And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a 2nd and 6. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 3rd and 8. Now Jackson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
And he fields it cleanly. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
17-7 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
55 yards.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play action, it's gone.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And just shedding him off there. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Goff on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Badgley on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. And the offense for the Ravens returns to the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Jackson now. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
1st and 10. It's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
16 more on that one and another first down. Here's Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Flush to his right.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs that better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go.
There he goes, left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Lions now taking over late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. That one let go deep for Laporta. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds taking it in.
And the Lions will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Goff.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
And the Ravens taking the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now it's Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Back to throw here. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Now Goff. Able to shake him off, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off the draw, here's Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. Powerful running. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, nice move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Brandon Stevens there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
They'll try the air now with Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up, and now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Odafe Owe, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions just continue to roll. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Jackson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on third. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, he has been the featured receiver on this drive. They've looked his way a number of times. Why not get it to him on third down? And they do. And they're able to keep this drive moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Jackson. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. That one let go deep for Laporta. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality